Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota Zone 4, and I just thought I'd show you what's blooming in my garden right now. And these are my Asiatic Lilies. I think this one is called Lollipop. These bloom a lot faster just because it's got the protection and the warmth from the house. My other ones aren't quite blooming yet. But that is gorgeous. The birds are singing. I don't have a lot blooming right now again. It's I just thought I'd get this in. We're talking storms the next few days. Goat's beard. Giant. Mosquitoes are out in full force. I might be a little shaky. This finally has turned a little more purpley. Coneflowers are just starting to come into bloom here. Not much color yet, so I'll do a little video on that. My Russian sage. This one is leaning a little bit. We've been a little windy. This is a Veronica. I think it's called White Wands. And this is my Oriental Lily. I just planted it this year. I think it's a little early for blooming, but this is one of the last lilies to bloom. But I can smell it from here, and it's just lovely. Sorry, right in my face. Let's see. I'm gonna go around here. This is my Primrose. One of my favorite bloomers. I might pull it over here when it's done, or dig up a clump just so I can see that hosta, because that hosta is absolutely gorgeous. So yes, this Primrose does like to spread, but I let it. It's gorgeous. This is in a sunnier spot. I have one over here. Oh, mosquitoes. Giant fleece flower. One stalk did fall over. We had some pretty high winds, so I'll be cutting that. It was just such a gorgeous plant. Not quite with this astilbe. I know one in back is. Not a whole lot, so I'll wait with that one. Lady's mantle still blooming. So dainty. And then I have some more Primrose in here. This clump used to all be in this spot right here, but it looks like the Lily of the Valley took over and this just moved. Like I said, I just kind of let it do its thing. It's a little shadier spot here, so it's not quite as aggressive, but that yellow is so pretty coming through everything. It's supposed to be in the 80s today, but we're pretty humid around this time of year. So definitely can feel it. This back here is my Clematis, pink Mink. I think that's kind of it for blooms. Besides my roses here. This one looks a little icky. Look at the foliage on that. Well, what would you be spraying it with? Like I said, I'm not much of a rose grower, so this is the first year that this has actually looked this bad. So, and so far, no earwigs. I'm amazed. Maybe our winter was that cold that it froze them out. But last year, my biggest issue were earwigs. This year, it's been everything else. It's been green worms, caterpillars, and then I'm guessing a bunny got into my garden here, and it nipped off all the heads, or the leaves of my kohlrabi. Not all, there's still some in there. I had to thin it, but I left it just to kind of see which one was strong. I took the netting off. And then my beets too, some got it, some didn't. You can see right there. What would you do? Would you pull them all up and re-sow? Or would you leave them? I don't know what to do at this point. I'm thinking pull it all up and plant something that will make it, like beans. At least I know I can eat a good crop of beans, and I don't know. I'm kind of bummed, and then it did it to my peas too. They were looking so good. And look at all the tops. I'm wondering if I should just get rid of the peas. I know because they like it cold. We're coming into the end of June here. Something maybe I should just plant some cucumbers and utilize the space. Let me know what you would do. Let's see, my zinnias back here looking gorgeous. I had another dahlia that overwintered. I was in my garage and I didn't throw it out. And I'll show you where I planted that one too. I was surprised. 2 made it. Look at the colors. And I had seen a monarch butterfly yesterday, so that's a plus. Love the purple one. And they're filling out nicely. Okay, let me just go back here. So right in here, I thought I'd plant it. So I have some stalks that are coming up. Again, I don't know what kind. I didn't label it. I was just happy that it lived. And then I did put my cucumbers in here. I had also sown some seeds because my plants looked a little yellow. I wasn't sure if they were going to make it, so I know I have to thin those, but I'm going to wait just a little bit till see which one is the strongest. My cosmos is really blooming now. I had to tie it up. I have a line running right there. It's the way our wind usually comes. It comes in from the south, so it just pushes it over. These are so pretty. First year for growing cosmos, and I started this by seed, so looks pretty good. And then this castor oil bean is looking pretty good. I think it's going to catch up at some point because these will stop getting taller. I did stake them up. Again, we had some high winds, so And then my Nicotiana looks really good too. Look how big that has gotten in there. So that is what's blooming right now. And I will keep you updated on my other flowers as they start blooming. Talk to you later.